How do you deal with these accusations and vilifications, both publicly and internally? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think that's a very, really good question. There is only so much that one can do. And you, at least from my perspective, you always try to do what you can do and do the right thing and do it the right way. So the negative press from especially the Western world, it's not new. It has been there in the for the last 27 years, really, since 94, I remember. So there is not much I can do about it, or any of us can do about it here in Rwanda, because yes, it is from the other end. That's how they see things. Whether correctly or not, that's how they, or maybe that's how they want to see things. There's how you see things, but there's also how you want to see things. I think in this case, maybe it is both. But so from the other side, ourselves, there is no way I can change easily how someone wants to see me or sees me from their own perspective. Sometimes they must be looking at us through the lenses of their own, where they come from, where things really might be different from our own. So there are ways, maybe one can. The first thing that comes to my mind, what needs, what we can do in Rwanda, is take stock of what the press is saying. And try to analyze it and say, well, is this thing right about us? Or maybe it's wrong. Or does it have a basis? Or maybe you may learn something and it may help you to correct something you can correct. If you really discover maybe they make sense. So that's where we concentrate. First, what we do in Rwanda, and what we've tried to do for so many years now, is really our business. We think what we do is our business before it becomes somebody else's business. And we do it for ourselves, and we try to do it the best way we can, because we are the ones who benefit from it or lose from that if we do wrong things. So that interaction between what perception is about you from outside and what you think is right for you to do for yourselves, really, I think, may help lead even to getting things better. But the concentration should be more on doing what you think is the right thing for you. So that's why we concentrate. We concentrate on saying whatever angle they attack from, criticize and insult and do things and misrepresent us, and we still want to look at could there be something maybe we need to pay attention to and bring it back to what we all along have been trying to do for ourselves, and then see if it can improve us on many things or one thing or another, and then we move along. That's the only option we have really to deal with that. Otherwise, it will take a very long time for me to go into details of what I think about that. So I just maybe confine myself to these few important remarks I've made. But we also know we have to deal with the world that, and here this is Africa, this is Rwanda, there is, from the outside, the Western media and others, well, even sometimes the politicians from there, they really think they are entitled to present us as they want us to be, not as we want ourselves to be. So they always make that judgment of saying, what is he doing? But what is he doing? What is he doing about this, about that, is from how they would do them in their own place. Or sometimes, in fact, not consistent. Sometimes they may criticize you for doing what they do just because they think you are actually not entitled to doing that. You can't do that. That's not for you. It's for us. So there is this back and forth that goes on forever. So in order not to be distracted and keep answering yourself on everything or being dragged to think like other people think and not think for yourselves about what we should be thinking and doing, you just concentrate on understanding what your problem is and trying to do the best you can to address it, whether they are small things or the hard things, holistically. But keep hearing, listening, and learning. And learning may be one thing or two, and it doesn't matter it doesn't matter to want to do any harm for people to listen and say, oh, does this really merit criticism? Does it? Maybe it does. And if you find it does, then you address it, but always keeping in focus what is for you. Because we are not supposed to be people just answering to others all the time, or framing our lives and our thinking just along the lines set by others. No, that's not for me. That's not for Rwandans. I think that's